Hello. So I'm going to be covering some newly released information concerning the Jeffrey Epstein files. Just shortly, concerning the information, the files that were supposed to be released a few days ago, but then a some of the websites that had the files on basically crashed. So the files that I'm going to be covering from the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, the Epstein files, that's going to be covered later. And right now, just to cover shortly the main names that appeared on the newly released um, Jeffrey Epstein files. Right here, the CNN business article says 200 names were on the list, but the most prominent ones were Bill Clinton, of course, Prince Andrew, Donald Trump, magician David Copperfield, Michael Jackson, Glenn Dubin, billionaire Highbridge Capital co-founder, Bill Richardson, lawyer Alan Dershowitz, and billionaire Thomas Pritzker. So this doesn't necessarily mean that all of them were implicated in sexual stuff. So, for example, magician David Copperfield. Question: Did you observe David Copperfield to be a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? Answer: Yes. Question: Did Copperfield ever discuss Jeffrey's involvement with young girls with you? Answer: He questioned me if I was aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls. So, from the Sjoiberg deposition, which actually happened in 2016. But then I discovered that one of the websites that was supposed to release, or many of the websites that were supposed to release the files, actually ended up crashing, as you can see here. And then we get to this point. The files are to be delayed until January 22nd. And you ask why? This is why. Newsweek reported that some social media users have claimed that this delay was made after an objection was made by a woman identified in the lawsuit as Doe 107. However, this claim may not be the case. The woman reportedly requested that her name not be revealed, but she was not listed among the more than 150 to be named in Preska's order. So the person that is asking for this list not to be released apparently is not even on the list. And then the article continues. Richard Lewitt, the attorney representing the woman, reportedly asked the judge for clarification on what records related to his client could be released at a later date over concerns that the woman lives in a culturally conservative country outside the US, and she fears that being identified may cause threats on her life. As it is unclear if anyone on the list actually participated in sexual encounters with any underage girls, there likely won't be legal implications for those on the list unless there is evidence of wrongdoings. Criminal defense attorney Janet Johnson told News Nation. These names were actually kept secret because the judge found it because they did not do anything wrong. There wasn't any reason at that point to release them and embarrass them. So as you can see, that's the situation right now as of January 3rd, 2024, 3:15 p.m. Central Time. And now I'm going to go ahead and read through the documents that were released in 2021 concerning or related to the Ghislaine Maxwell versus USA case uh, from 2016. Please bear with me because some of this is not really eligible, so it's really hard to read. And I'm gonna start later on calling out the flight number, which is the box right next to the names, just for easier sort of identification of where I'm at. Okay, so first one is Nestle Mr. Marinu. Then it's Del Coleman. Again, Del Coleman. Then Saul Levy. Then in that really black to mass genomic something. I can't read that shit. Below the something rail yard. X days. Okay, I can read that. Moving on. So nothing in that blank field. Then can't read it. Can't read nothing. Okay, so we basically got to the end, where at the end it reads Jeffrey, and then 2 places above it reads Jeffrey, Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Max something, Max Ghislaine, maybe it's Ghislaine's sibling, and then Linda. And I honestly can't read anything else off of this first page, so let's move on. Then we have Jeffrey, Epstein, Dana. Second one, Jeffrey, then Jeffrey, then Jeffrey. Then it says relocate due to DCA curfew. Then in the field next to the number 10, which is those numbers next to the names are flight numbers. So next to the 10, Jeffrey Famzio, Jeffrey and Famzio. Then 11 is Jeffrey, Dana, Roger, and not sure what that last one is. Flight log number 10, Jeffrey. 13, relocate to pickup Jeffrey. 14, Jeffrey, Arby or Darby, and Pax. I see that in the flight log, flight number 14 at the end, that's Pax from all the next inputs. So flight log number 15, Jeffrey, what is that? +1 Pax. 16, Jeffrey +2 Pax. Flight number 17, relocate for fuck. Can't they invest in some better pencils at this place? Jesus. Can't read shit. Okay. Moving on to 18, which I also can't read. Flight number 19, Jeffrey +2 Pax. 20, Jeffrey. 21, Jeffrey +2 Pax. And I can't read the last one. I'm assuming it's Jeffrey. Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Eva Anderson. I think it's 25. Flight log number is above. 26, Jeffrey G.A. Gedlung. Roger Soul +2 MY. I believe, or Y, I'm sorry, +2 Pax. 27, Jeffrey Ghislaine Pax. I Pax or 1 Pax. 28, Jeffrey Ghislaine Bart. Bart, BT. I'm guessing Bart. And then Christy, 29. Relocating for... I can't read that. Oh, wait. Relocating for something at Lex Wexner's yacht is number 29. 30 is relocate to TCB. 31 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 32 above. 33 above. 34 Jeffrey Eva Anderson. 35 Jeffrey Eva Mark Epstein. So I'm guessing that's Jeffrey's brother. 36 Jeffrey Mark. 37 Jeffrey. 39 Jeffrey. And 40. Oh, what the fuck does that say? Test flight. Oh, God. Okay, I can't read any of that or any of the rest. Jeffrey Epstein. Reval Yanton. Okay, 42, number 42, Jeffrey Ghislaine Maxwell and Christian, I'm guessing. 43 above. 44 Jeffrey. 45 Jeffrey and I don't know what that is. 46 Sergio Botoya is the only thing I can make out. Test flight for Sergio Botoya. Botoga, I don't know. For number 46. 47 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 48 above. 49 above. 50 above. 51 Jeffrey Ghislaine and Lisa. 52 above. 53 Jeffrey what is Matile? Okay, 54 Jeffrey Ida Anderson. 55 above. Flight number 56 Jeffrey and 57 Jeffrey Epstein. 58 Heather and Ira Zuckerman. Then Jeffrey, then 61 is Jeffrey Ghislaine Keneally. Reneely. I don't know if that's an R or a B. 62 Jeffrey Teng. Christine. Oh, okay, Christine. And fuck, I don't know what that is. 63 can't read. 64 Jeffrey, then Jeffrey. 66 no passengers. 67 Jeffrey, Christine, Ghislaine, Maxwell. 68 Above, I'm guessing. 69, Jeffrey, Ghislaine, and Katie. 70, Jeffrey, Ghislaine, I'm guessing. Or that's GD. I can't read that. Then it's Katie. Then it's Roger. And I can't read the last one. 71 is Jeffrey and Harry. Harry from Harvard. I guess that's what I'm reading from the parentheses. 71 Jeffrey, 73 Jeffrey and Eva Anderson. 74 above, 75 Jeffrey and Heather. '76 Jeffrey. Then it's Jeffrey Eva. 78 Jeffrey Eva. 79 Jeffrey Christine Kennedy. Whoa, is that Kennedy? K-E-N or no? Fuck. Can't read that. Can't read that. Number 80 above. 81 above. 82 above. 83 Jeffrey, Ghislaine Maxwell, Christine. 84 something to something Jeffrey for 84. 85 Jeffrey. 86 Jeffrey and his two aunts. What? Okay. 87. And I don't think I can read shit. 88. Something to pick up. Oh. And child. 88 to pick up someone and child. Yeah. I think that is child. And then 89 something, and then at the end it's again child. 90 reposition to pick up Jeffrey. 91 Jeffrey, Ghislaine Maxwell, 2 packs. 92 reposition to something Christmas maybe, or Christian. And then 93 reposition to pick up Jeffrey. Jeffrey, Ghislaine Maxwell. 95 above. 96 Jeffrey, then Jeffrey. 98 Jeffrey, Ghislaine Maxwell. 99 above, I believe that is. 100 Ghislaine Maxwell. 101 Jeffrey. I can't read that. 102 Jeffrey. I'm guessing it starts with a C something. CH. 103 Jeffrey. 104 Jeffrey. Eva Anderson. 105 Jeffrey, Eva Anderson. 106 Jeffrey. Then wasn't a normal flight. Doesn't even have a flight log, so I don't even know if it was a flight. But above, no. Oh, fuck, I can't read that. 100 and So we go from 106, skip, and then 107. 107. Can't read that. 108. Repositioning to pick up Jeffrey. 109. Jeffrey, Ava Anderson. Nope. And then the last field doesn't have a flight number for some reason. No, I can't read that. Alright, this is a bad one. So, first two fields with the blank squares to the left of them. The only thing I can read is elevate in the second field. Is it elevate? Yeah, I can't read anything in those two first. Then we start with 110 Jeffrey, 111 Jeffrey, 112 Jeffrey, Ghislaine, or Christine, Kend something. Then 113 Jeffrey, 114 Jeffrey, 115 Jeffrey, what is that, Tito? Jeffrey something, Yanla? I don't know. Then I believe the last one is Tito. Then it's 116 Jeffrey, Eva, Tito. 117 Jeffrey, Eva, Tito. 118 Jeffrey, Eva, Tito. 119 Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Mark. 120 Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Mark. 121 Jeffrey, Kimberly. 122 Jeffrey, Mulg. 123 Jeffrey and Eva. And then definitely can't read whatever that is in the parentheses. 124 Jeffrey, Ghislaine. 125 Jeffrey, Ghislaine. It seems like it says Academy Awards in that parentheses. In the last field. Academy Awards. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, 126. Then Jeffrey, Ghislaine. Jeffrey, IPAX, 129. Jeffrey, IPAX. 130 Jeffrey, Christina. 131 Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Christina. Then Jeffrey, Christina. Then Jeffrey. 134 Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Abagdale, maybe. Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Imali? I don't know. 136 Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Alan Croaks, Croux, Oh, one male. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So the the spots I thought was mald or whatever. It's male. Okay. So we're 136 flight number, and it's two males with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. So 137, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male, one male. 138, Jeffrey Ghislaine, Bob, Wendy, okay, that's it. 139, Jeffrey Ghislaine, Wendy, Mrs. Lipper, and then Mrs. Lipper was also in the previous field, or whatever that name is. 140, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 141, Jeffrey Ghislaine Christina. 142, Jeffrey Ghislaine Christina. 143, Jeffrey Mandy. And Christina. And I cannot read the rest. 144, reposition to TCB or TGB. Then Jeffrey Ghislaine. Then Jeffrey Ghislaine. 147, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male, one male. 149, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 150, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male. 151, I can't read that shit. 152, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 153, Jeffrey Ghislaine, Jeffrey Ghislaine next. Next is reposition to CMH, SMH. 156, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Wow, Jeffrey and Ghislaine were best buddies. Holy shit. 152, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 158 or 57. Wait, 150. Okay, never mind. 158, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 159, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Then Jeffrey Ghislaine. And that last one, 162, Ghislaine. I can't read that. Ghislaine, Abigail, Copel, Steve, something, Judy Tuckerman. Then 164, Steve Tuckerman, Judy Tuckerman. 165, Jeffrey, I believe, Ghislaine, James Murphy. 166, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. 167, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. One female, one female. 168, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one female. 169, Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy. 170, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 171, Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy. 172, Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy, Christina. Anatoliy. 173, Jeffrey Ghislaine, James Murphy, Christine. Seems like it's Kennelly. 174, Jeffrey, and Zuckerman, Ira Zuckerman. 175, Jeffrey Pam Stevenson. 176, Jeffrey Pam or Stevenson or Stevens. 177, Jeffrey. 178, Jeffrey Ghislaine James Murphy. Oh, can't read. It's like Itzman or Itzmak. Then Perlman. Then Mills Perlman. Okay, 179, Jeffrey Ghislaine. And then last one is James Murphy. 190, Itzhak Perlman, Mrs. Perlman, and Mr. I can't read that. Okay, so I did a little research, and apparently, if I have that right, Itzhak Perlman. Apparently, it's this guy, and also it's this guy. Yeah. So, anyways, moving on. Beadhead. Is that what it? Debo. Debo Hunt. For 181. 182, Jeffrey Ghislaine James Murphy. 183, Jeffrey Ghislaine James Murphy. Christina Kennelly. 184, Jeffrey Ghislaine James Murphy. Christina Kennelly. 185, Ghislaine James Murphy. Christina Kennelly. 186, Ghislaine James Murphy. Christina Kennelly. 187, Jeffrey James Murphy. Christina Kennelly, and 1 Pax. 188, Jeffrey James Murphy. Christina IPAX. 189, Jeffrey Ava Anderson. 190, Jeffrey Ava Anderson. 191, Jeffrey Child 1. Is that child? Or am I just might be Carlisle. 192, Jeffrey Christina. I can't read the rest. 191, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 194, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 195, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Does that say Moab? Moab UT, Utah. 196, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Montrose, Colorado. 197, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 198, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Grand I can't read that. Jeffrey Gislaine. 200. Jeffrey, then Jeffrey, then Jeffrey Arthur Haller. Tommy Quinn. Can't read anything else out of 202. 203 Jeffrey, all the way up to 206 Jeffrey, 207 Jeffrey Arthur Hollering, Tommy Quinn, 208, I'm sorry, Jeffrey, 209 Deadhead, for main, I'm trying to read that in the parentheses, 210 Deadhead, 211. Oh, fuck. I have no idea. Deadhead from MPI. 212. Jeffrey Gislaine. 213. Jeffrey Gislaine. 214. Jeffrey Gislaine. 215. Jeffrey Ava Anderson. And 216. Jeffrey. Okay, so checkout in Cessna 172, and that's pretty much all I can read besides the words pre-flight in the next 4 lanes, and then we get to 217, Jeffrey Mark Epstein, 218 Jeffrey Mark Epstein, 218, 219 Jeffrey, 2 females, and then I'm noticing here it goes from 219 to 227, so that's like what, 8 flights that's missing. 228 Jeffrey Gislaine, 1 female. 229 Jeffrey Gislaine, 1 female. 230 Jeffrey Gislaine, 231 Jeffrey Gislaine, 232 no passengers. 233 Jeffrey Kim. 234 Jeffrey Gadleon. 235 no passengers. 236 Jeffrey Epstein, and I can't read that last part. Jeffrey Gislaine, 237 Jeffrey, 1 female. 238 239 Jeffrey. 240 Jeffrey Gislaine. 241 Jeffrey Gislaine Doug. 242 no passengers. 243 Jeffrey Gislaine. 244 Jeffrey Gislaine, 1 female. 245 Jeffrey Gislaine, 1 female. 246 all the way up to 253 Jeffrey and Gislaine, and then 254 Jeffrey and Ava Cox. Jeffrey Tasha, 256 Jeffrey, 257 all passengers. 258 Linda. 259 Jeffrey Gislaine. 260 Jeffrey Gislaine Jam. 261, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 262, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Jeffrey 264, 65, Jeffrey 266, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 267, Jeffrey. 268, no passengers. 260, no. 269. Can't read any of that. 270, Jeffrey. Can't read the rest. 271. 272, Jeffrey and Eva Anderson. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Then 275, Jeffrey Ghislaine. One male masseuse. 276, the same, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male masseuse. 279, Jeffrey. 270, 76, 77, 278, Jeffrey Tommy Quinn. And can't read the rest. 279, Jeffrey Tommy Quinn. 280, Jeffrey. 281, Jeffrey. 282, no passengers. 283, Jeffrey. 284, Jeffrey. Aaron Nance, I think. 295 or 285. Can't even read the numbers. Jeffrey Ghislaine. 296, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 297, Jeffrey Ghislaine. John Standidis. I believe the same for 288, 289, Jeffrey Ghislaine, and 290, no passengers. Jeffrey 292, Jeffrey Ghislaine. And then we go to 304. We skip from 292, flight number to 304. Jeffrey Bar Gold. Bob Gold. 305, Jeffrey Bar Gold. 306, Jeffrey. 307, Jeffrey. Aaron Nansu. 308, Jeffrey Aaron Nansu. 309, Jeffrey. 310, Jeffrey Aaron Nansu. Donald Trump. Here he is. 311, Jeffrey Donald Trump. 312, Jeffrey Eva Anderson. 313, Jeffrey Eva Anderson. 314, Jeffrey, don't know what that is. 314, 315, can't read that. 316, can't read that. 316, 317, Jeffrey and Bob Gold. And 318, Jeffrey. 319, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Don't know what the last one is. 320, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 321, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Jan Stefanios. 322 the same. 323 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 324 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 325 Jeffrey. One female, one male. 326 I can't read 326. 327. 328. Ghislaine and Jeffrey. 329. Jeffrey Ghislaine. 330. Can't read that. 331. 332. Jeffrey Ghislaine. 333 Jeffrey Ghislaine. I guess one male. Then 334 till 336 Jeffrey. 337 Jeffrey. Next one Jeffrey. Next one 339 I think. Jeffrey 340 Jeffrey Ghislaine. Sopal 331 Jeffrey Ghislaine Sopal, or whatever that is. 342 Jeffrey. 343. 344 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 345 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 346 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 346. 347. Can't read that. 348 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 349 Jeffrey Bob Gold. 340 or 350 Jeffrey Bob Gold. 351 returning to pick up or park or pick up Jeffrey. 352 Jeffrey all the way up to 354 Jeffrey. Jeffrey Don DeVito. Jeffrey Don DeVito. 357 Jeffrey Leninist. Don DeVito. 358 Jeffrey Glenn Nance. Don DeVito. 360 Jeffrey Ghislaine. Don DeVito. The ones I can read at least. 361 Ghislaine Jeffrey Don DeVito. Can't read the last one. 362 Jeffrey Ghislaine. Can't read any of the rest. 363 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 364 no passengers. 365 Jeffrey Ghislaine Don. 366 Jeffrey Ghislaine Don. Itzhak I think the last one is a different, a fifth person. 367 Jeffrey Ghislaine Don. Itzhak Perlman. Oh, never mind. The previous was also Itzhak Perlman. 368 Itzhak Perlman. 360. 367, 368, 369. Yep. Eva Anderson, one male. 370, no passengers. 371, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 372, Jeffrey Sophie. 373, Don Tiffany at the end. Jeffrey, I believe, and I believe Sophie. Jeffrey Ghislaine, 375. Jeffrey Ghislaine, all the way up to 377. Then it's 378, just slain by herself. 370 or 378, Ghislaine. 379, Jeffrey Ghislaine Dawn. Same for 380. 381, Jeffrey, I believe, and Mary Richards. 382, Jeffrey. 383, Jeffrey Dawn. 384, Jeffrey Ghislaine Dawn, 1 male. 355, Jeffrey Ghislaine. Can't read the rest. 356. What is this? 386. So we've skipped another 10 flights. Jeffrey Ghislaine. Whatever that one is, the third one. And cannot read the rest. 387, Jeffrey. Sophia. I don't know the last one. 388. Can't read any of that. 389. Ooh. I don't know. 390. No passengers, I believe. In 391, Jeffrey. 392. The only thing I can read is Anderson, I believe. 343, Jeffrey Ghislaine. That's it. Or sorry, 393. They look like fours. 394, Jeffrey Ghislaine Dawn. 395, Jeffrey Rupert, I believe. Dawn Ghislaine. 396, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 397, Jeffrey Ghislaine Dawn. 1. Can't read the rest. 398, Jeffrey Dawn. 1. 399, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 1 again. Dawn, I believe. 340, no passengers. 401, Jeffrey Ghislaine Dawn. 402, Jeffrey Dawn. 403, Jeffrey. 404, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 405, Jeffrey Dawn. Ghislaine, I think, and that's it. The next 3 do not have flight numbers. And I can also not really read anything. 406. It's just initials, I think. Except Rupert. And 1 female. The last one. 407, 408, I believe that's at the top. Moving on. 409. JE, I believe Jeffrey Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Donald Trump again. I don't know what the rest of the initials are. 4010. I wonder why they started with the initials now. 4010, Jeffrey Epstein. 411, J.E. Ava Anderson. See, they're not using initials for all of them. 412. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, DD, Rupert. Can't read the rest. 413. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Rob David, Donald Trump. 414, 415. Jeffrey Epstein. And that's it. As far as I can read. 416, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. All the way up to 417. Then 418, Jeffrey Epstein, DD. 419, Jeffrey Epstein, DD. Henry Rosen. 420, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, DD, RD. Jeffrey Epstein, all the way up to 423, then 424, Jeffrey Epstein and DD. 425 until 426, Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. Whatever the initials are, plus 4 males. 427, Ghislaine Maxwell, I'm guessing Jeffrey Epstein and RD. 430 at the top. I'm not sure what's that jumbled in there. Anyways, 431 Jeffrey Epstein, 432 Jeffrey Epstein, and 433 Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. 434 Jeffrey Epstein, RD. 435 Jeffrey Epstein, 436, 37 Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Kita. Or Rita Fran. 4 whatever the numbers are. From 437 they skip to 443, but in between there's Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Rita Fran, and that's all I can read. 443 Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Fran, I believe. 444 Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. 445 the same. 446, 47 only Ghislaine or Jeffrey Epstein. 448. I can't read all those numbers. They got a few jumbled up in there, but it's Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. It's Jeffrey Epstein. Also a digit. Jeffrey Epstein 513. Jeffrey Epstein 503. Jeffrey Epstein 513 again. And then it's Claudia. Right above 456. That's what I'm reading. And then 456, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, 2 females. 457, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and 458, if that's what it is, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. So 462, Jeffrey Epstein, SB, 1 female. 463, JB, One female, I'm guessing. JE, one female. Oh, really hard to read. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Mandy, Maroy, 446, 466. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, SB, Tim Darrow, or Tom Darrow, 467. Jeffrey Epstein, also the next one. Oh boy, I can't read shit. 412, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Or I'm sorry, 472. 473, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. 474, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Can't read the rest. 475, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. One female, I believe. 476, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and the rest is Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, we got some that we can actually read. 505, no passengers. 506, till 509, Jeffrey Epstein. 509, Jeffrey Epstein, Barbara Vaughn. 510, Jeffrey Epstein, Jennifer Driver. 511, JG or JE, Jennifer Driver and Mark. I'm guessing Mark Epstein. 512, JE, Mark Middleton. Okay, never mind. 513, Jeffrey Epstein, Mark Middleton. 514, Ghislaine Maxwell, John Alessi. 515, or Jean Alessi. 516, Jeffrey Donald Trump, Marla Tiffany Nanny, Mark Middleton. 517, J.E. Donald Trump, Marla Tiffany Nanny. 518, no passengers. 519, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 520, Jeffrey. 521, Jeffrey. Christina Kincaid. Kristen Kincaid. 522, Jeffrey and Bob Gold. So a little update to who Mr. Middleton is. Death of shot Clinton aide with Epstein. Found tied to tree ruled suicide despite no gun at scene. Not weird at all. Anyways, exclusive Arkansas cops rule suicide and death of Clinton aide linked to Jeffrey Epstein, who was found shot and tied to a tree with an electrical cord around his neck, despite no signs of weapon. Yep, okay then. And here it is, Mr. Middleton. Family of former Clinton aide seek orders sealing images from scene of his death. Well, thanks, family. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's continue. So, beginning at the top, some type of number type at flight safety, maybe? I don't know. 623, Jeffrey Epstein. 523, sorry. 524, Jeffrey Ghislaine Don DeVito. 525, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 526, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male. 527, Jeffrey Ghislaine, one male. 528, Jeffrey Ghislaine Don DeVito. 529, Jeffrey George Mitchell, Senator George Mitchell. 530, Jeffrey. 531, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 532, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 533, 537, it says. So we skipped a few again. Return from Mac. I can't read that. 538, Jeffrey. 539, Jeffrey. 540, Jeffrey Ghislaine. 541, Jeffrey Ghislaine 542. Jeffrey Don DeVito. Sophie. Sophie. Uh, I can read the thing at the end. 554. So we have skipped 12 flights. Jeffrey and Selena. Then Jeffrey Epstein Selena 555, 556 reposition. 557 Jeffrey Selena 1 female. 558 Jeffrey Don DeVito 1 male 2 females. 559 Jeffrey Don 1 female. B weighing, I believe. C Virgil Wolf test pilot. D Virgil Wolf test pilot. E Virgil Wolf test pilot. F Sean Lancaster 569 Jeffrey Ghislaine 570 Jeffrey Ghislaine. And then just wanted to note we again have skipped from 559 to 569, so we have skipped 10 flights that weren't on this list from what I'm seeing. 571 Jeffrey Sophie Biddle. 572 Jeffrey Sophie Biddle. Yarding something. 573 Jeffrey Sophie Biddle. Yarding. 574 Jeffrey Ghislaine Don DeVito. 575 Jeffrey Ghislaine. 76 Jeffrey Ghislaine. J. Robertson, and 577 Jeffrey and Ghislaine. Okay, and we have the last page. So Joe Warner, 578, 579 Jeffrey Francis Yarding, 580 Jeffrey, 581 Jeffrey Ghislaine, 583. So we skipped one flight. Test pilot. 584 Jeffrey Ghislaine Mandy. Mandy McCroy, 1 male. 555 Jeffrey Ghislaine Mandy McCroy, 1 male. 5 what is that? 586 Jeffrey and Eva Anderson. 587 Jeffrey Eva Anderson Francis Yarding. 588 Jeffrey Eva Anderson Francis Yarding. 589 Jeffrey Sophie Biddle Francis Yarding and Joe. I believe that's what it is. 590 Jeffrey Sophie Biddle Francis Yarding. And then we have two boxes that don't have a flight number. Recurrent training and then recurrent training. Then 591 Jeffrey Sophie Biddle Francis Yarding. I don't know what that is. I guess Joe maybe. 592 Sean Lancaster. And then seems like there's a spot in between Sean Lancaster and Jim, whatever that last name is, and then also on 595. So we skipped 3 flights. So at 595, Sean Lancaster once again, empty spot, and then Jim, whatever that is. 596 Jeffrey Eva Anderson, Francis Yarding, and the last flight on page 30, 597. Whatever that code again is, I'm not sure. AMP TRU ASC 335. I'm not sure about that, but anyways, so that's pretty much it for the first 30 pages of the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs from 2016, released from the Maxwell versus USA. I'm gonna try to do an update on January 22nd when the new flight logs and information is supposed to be released. Exclamation marks, quotation marks, whatever else have you. So, anyways, thank you for listening and catch you later.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit